He started at the school. He tried to come up to the school to pick up the child. And when he wasn't allowed to pick up the child, he then came to my parents' home where we were residing.
I'd like to call Miss Smith. Ma'am, what is your full name?
Lauren Smith,
And what is your child's name?
Zane, Kato.
And how old is he?
He's 9.
And you had been living with Mr. Kato up until last year. Is that correct?
Yes.
Was there an incident that occurred, an accident with Mr. Kato in 2018?
Yes. He
Um,
had a motorcycle accident.
and what was the results of that as far as Mr. Kato is concerned?
He obtained a traumatic brain injury.
Right. And in between the time that he had that injury and you moved out or stopped living together, excuse me, last year, what was his behavior like?
It became more and more erratic. He wasn't medicating properly, so he just was not, his behavior was just very erratic.
And in that time that y'all lived together, you were taking care of the financial aspects, especially any kind of disability awards. Is that correct?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And in October of last year, can you explain to the court the incident that occurred at your parents' home?
Yes. He went up to, he actually came, he started at the school. He tried to come up to the school to pick up the child. And when he wasn't allowed to pick up the child, he then came to my parents' home where we were residing. And there was an altercation, and he had a gun.
And were there any threats made?
Yes.
Um, what kind of threats did he make?
He was threatening to hurt me and my family, my parents that were there.
Was your child also present?
He was not.
Had he done anything similar before 2018?
No.
After 2018, until y'all stopped living together, had there been any incidents like this?
Not not as far as with a weapon, no. There
Um,
were like emotional abuse type things and things like that, but not anything with a weapon.
did one of these incidents maybe spur on y'all moving out last year?
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain to the
Hold on one
court?
second. Was that a yes, ma'am? The court
Yes,
report
I'm
can't
sorry.
take down okay? So you have to say yes and no to her questions.
I'm sorry. Yes.
That's okay. You may proceed, Miss Sweet.
Thank you, Honor. So Ms. Smith, what was the incident last year that kind of spurned you moving out?
He just would not medicate properly and became just more and more erratic and saying things and that weren't good for the child to be around and things like that.
Do you recall any specific examples you can explain to the court what you mean by erratic?
He would um he would basically threaten to, harm himself. He would overtake pills or not take his medication at all. Or like I said, he would try to, get what he wanted. And if he didn't get what he wanted, he would threaten to, harm himself. He would, like I said, he wouldn't take the medication properly and things like that.
Do you believe that his mental faculties will get better over time if he continues on the way he has been?
No.
So are you requesting that the court make a finding that there has been family violence?
Yes.
Are you requesting that you be named sole managing conservator of your child?
Yes.
And you're requesting the exclusive right to determine your child's residence within Dallas or any surrounding county?
Yes.
And until further orders of the court, are you requesting that there be no visits?
Yes.
Do you believe that no visits between Mr. Kato and your child is in your child's best interest?
At the time, yes.
Do you still believe that?
Yes.
Since the October incident, has Mr. Kato reached out to you at all?
He has.
Okay, and what was the nature, or how was he reaching out? Through text message?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And what were the nature of those text messages?
So there were some kind of like harassing text messages, but there were, I want to see my child type things.
Was there any way that did y'all work anything out for him to see his child since October 2024?
No, not since then, no.
Okay, and why is that?
I just didn't feel safe with the child being there with him.
And so because you were taking care of the financial aspect when y'all were separated, do you have any personal knowledge about how much he was receiving in disability per month?
It was about 12 to 1,300.
And have you been receiving money as well directly from the government on behalf of his disability for your child?
Yes.
And how much is that?
About $435.
And are you requesting that you be required to apply for or maintain government medical assistance for your child?
Yes.
Does Mr. Kato have any other children?
No.
Do you understand the state's requesting then that he pay cash medical support of $113 a month beginning August 1st?
Yes.
Do you understand any additional healthcare expenses not covered by insurance will be covered by you and Mr. Kato 50-50?
Yes.
And do you understand that because you're receiving more from the Social Security disability that than you otherwise would in child support, that the child support amount Mr. Kato would be required to pay is zero?
Yes.
And do you understand that Mr. Kato will be billed for court costs?
Yes.
And you had been receiving the disability for your child since y'all separated, is that correct?
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you understand there's going to be no retroactive support.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And you are requesting that a non-disclosure of your address, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
But you're okay with your phone number and email address being included in the order?
That is fine.
Your Honor, I pass the witness.
Ms. Smith, you do not believe that Mr. Kato could have supervised visits with his child?
Not at this time. He does not medicate properly, or he hasn't been medicating properly.
Okay, so there is nobody that could supervise his visitation with his child.
He does not.
Even though he's telling you he wants to see him or her, you just think that no visits is better than some limited supervised visits.
At this time, I feel that he does not take care of himself properly.
Okay.
So in
But
order
we're
for
not
him,
asking him to be responsible for the child for a long period of time.
Mhm.
All we'd be asking is for him to get an hour or two every other weekend, supervised by an adult of your choice or by some entity that could supervise.
I don't feel comfortable at this time. I don't.
Okay. Well, I don't have enough information just to say no visits. You keep saying he's erratic. You keep saying he doesn't medicate properly, but you're not telling me what he does. Has he endangered the child? Does he threaten the child? Have any of the threats been toward the child? What kind of relationship did he have with the child prior to not prior to him starting to not medicate properly?
He's left the child at, in the home. Basically, the child has told me that he's left the child there and he, didn't feel safe. Then the child, was in the home when he was saying things that weren't things that a child should hear. But
Hey, but you just keep telling me erratic things that the child shouldn't hear. I don't know what that is, ma'am.
yes, ma'am. He would say things like he would, like say, like he wanted to, take his life. He would do, he would take his own life if, he wouldn't get his way. Um, he would do things like that on multiple occasions.
Did he ever try to take his life?
Yes, he would. He would overtake pills. He was on medication, so he would then try to take a lot of pills at one
Did he
time.
have to be hospitalized for that?
He has, as far as I know, I don't know.
Okay, so he didn't have to be hospitalized when you were living with him.
No, no, I would try to, make sure that he would take the medicine and things like that.
Since you wouldn't want to supervise, does he have a family member who could supervise the visitation?
As far as I know, he doesn't have contact with his family.
Okay. Then I will grant the default judgment, order family violence, order mom be sole managing conservator. I will order visitation through Hayden's house, I believe, Miss Sweet.
Sorry, Your Honor, the only one I know is Faith and Family Place.
Family Place is fine if that's what.
Sure. I don't think I'd heard of Hayden's.
Okay. Somebody
Your Honor.
used that the other day when we was
Oh.
here, so I thought that was a normal place. Family Place is what you're saying?
Yes, that's the only free one that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
Okay, then Family Place. For 2 hours on one Saturday a month. And that'll be until further order of the court.
Yes, Your Honor.
Order government health insurance, cash medical support of $113 per month. Child is receiving disability payments based on Mr. Kato's disability, so there will be no child support ordered. No retroactive child support. Court costs as billed to Mr. Kato, and the non-disclosure is granted. Miss Sweet also put in there that Mr. Kato has to notify mom 48 to 72 hours in advance if he plans on
exercising his possession, Your Honor.
Yes, exercising his visitation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Miss Smith, if he doesn't initiate any visitations through the family place, then you don't have to take your child there to visit, okay? But if he does, it should be one Saturday a month for 1 or 2 hours. Also, if you see that he's getting better, that he's taking his medicine or doing whatever, then you can allow him to visit the way you see fit, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions?
Not at this time.
Okay. Now that I've made my ruling, if you don't like it, if you think it's not fair, you just don't agree, you have 3 days to appeal, 30 days to file a motion for new trial. Now that I've given you that information, do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay. Then thank you for appearing here today, and you're free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Sweet.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mhm.